Hi, this is Tom Sands, President and CEO of the Iowa Taxpayers Association, bringing you our weekly Capitol Preview. This week is what is known as Funnel Week here at the Capitol, so there is lots of activity even this morning on a Monday morning. Subcommittees start at 10 o'clock this morning, I think I noticed, and they run throughout the day. We will see very little action on tax issues this week, as most of the time will be set aside for the other bills that will be funneled out if they don't make it out of their respective chambers in committee this week. So this week, the Iowa Senate has not scheduled any Ways and Means Committee, and the Iowa House has scheduled one Ways and Means Committee on Wednesday at 3 o'clock. However, the chairman has indicated there will be no committee action, and that time will be strictly used for assigning any bills that need to be assigned, and then the time will be given up for subcommittee work. There are two bills, one of them in the Senate Ways and Means Committee that will see subcommittee action this week, in fact today, and that is Senate Joint Resolution 16. And what that joint resolution does is require a 2/3 majority for certain changes to the state individual income taxes, and that would be a 2/3 majority in either the House or the Senate to make those changes in a tax year. And of course, as you know, a constitutional amendment requires passage in 2 consecutive General Assemblies, and then it goes to the people to ratify that constitutional amendment. So if passed, both chambers this year, then it would have to wait until the 89th General Assembly and be brought up for a vote as well, passed in both General Assemblies, and then in the following year it could go to the people for ratification. ITA has not taken a position on this bill, but we certainly follow it through the process. One of the other bills of interest is not in the House Ways and Means Committee, but rather at this time in the House Commerce Committee. And once again, this is a bill that we have not taken a position on, but we'll be following and trying to better understand its importance or lack thereof here in the state of Iowa. It is House File 229, filed by Representative Jacoby, which has an interesting view on adding a different corporation level to file under, and that would be a B Corp or a benefit corporations. We need to simply understand the benefits of this bill. It is our understanding that this bill may be introduced in other states. There might even be a few that have adopted this, but we will be asking our members that maybe do business in other states if this bill, what the pros and cons of it are. Normally, we would not waste a lot of time tracking a bill that was filed by a minority member, no matter which party was in the minority. However, this bill does have a subcommittee. It has kind of an interesting concept, and so it may have, if worthy, it may have the ability to move through the process. We will simply follow it through. Another thing I want to mention this week that is not happening at the Capitol, but one of our neighboring associations, the Taxpayers in Central Iowa, will be having their annual meeting tomorrow morning, rescheduled from earlier in the year when they had trouble with weather. But they will have as guest Polk County Assessor Randy Ripperger from here in Des Moines, as well as Jared Walzek from the Tax Foundation, and they will be talking about property taxes and some of the implications there. And as you know, the legislature has repeatedly, especially leadership, that they kind of moved on to their focus this year being about property taxes on the tax side. And that brings us to the final thing I wanted to talk to you about this morning is an update on our study that the Tax Foundation is doing on property taxes. That study is concluding. They are now preparing a bunch of graphs and charts for us to interpret a little bit better. But the main goal and scope of that study was to study property taxes since 2012, the passage of the last major change in property taxes to see just what has happened with commercial assessments, industrial assessments, multi-residential assessments, and overall assessed values as well as taxable values and total tax dollars collected for local